She'll protect you like a child. That's a woman. She'll put a smile upon her face and take you to the higher place. So don't you underestimate strength of a woman. This one goes out to all my women, you know, my strong women. So amazing how this world was made. I wonder if God is a woman. The gift of life astounds me to this day. I give it up for the woman. She's the constant wind that fills my sail. Oh, that woman. With a smile and a star, she'll protect you like a child. That's a woman. She'll put a smile upon her face and take you to the higher place. So don't you underestimate strength of a woman. Strength of a woman. Woke up this morning, I got up with a scent of a woman.
We're live in the studios. Just felt like doing a little something. The captain came to check me, so we're just here, just having some fun with the ladies. The ladies.
She can be a constant pain. Oh, that woman. But those hips, she's got me whipped, and it's just too hard to resist. What a woman. Hey, she'll put a smile upon her face and take you to the higher place. So don't you underestimate strength of a woman. Strength of a woman. Tender lips, they're so sweet. Gentle words, she softly speaks. Such an angel when we meet. God bless the ground beneath her feet. She can take you on a high, be a comfort when you cry. But if you look into her eyes, you'll see the strength of a woman. Strength of a woman. She'll put a smile upon her face and take you to the higher place. So don't you underestimate strength of a woman. Walk. Are you ready? Shut it! This one goes out to all my women, you know, my strong women. So amazing how this world was made. I wonder if God is a woman. The gift of life astounds me to this day. I give it up for the woman. She's the constant wind that fills my sail. Oh, that woman. With a smile and a star, She'll protect you like a child. That's a woman. She'll put a smile upon her face and take you to the higher place. So don't you underestimate.
Just gonna do a little mix up. It's Saturday evening. It's like the captain say, him now nothing else better for do, so him just feel like to come we a little check, you know. So we're just gonna play some mix up song.
Oh Father, watch in Zion. Hear our voice, oh God, today in our prayer.
All my people that's logged in on YouTube right now, we say when I take time I come on, we just play around, you know. That's how we do. We never plan for do anything. Just want to come in the studio and play around. But in the meantime,
the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want.
Top that song there again.
Oh Father, watch in Zion. Hear our voice, oh God, today in our prayer, and accept our thanksgiving. Father, we thank thee for all that you have done and for what you're doing now. Oh, yeah. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want.
the captain says after we bug out for like a while, we're gonna have a little chat. Yeah, we're gonna have a little chat, so stick and stay. Share to your friends, share to everyone, let them know that we're here.
He restored my soul. He restored my soul. Splashing, dashing, restless sea. Never still you seem to be. Sometimes angry, sometimes sad. Sometimes a laugh as though you're glad. Splashing, dashing, restless sea. Never still you seem to be. Sometimes angry, sometimes sad. Sometimes a laugh as though you're glad. Little children love you well. Love all the wondrous tales you tell. Love to watch you come and go in the tides that heaven flow. Yet though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, 'cause Jah is with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Splashing, dashing, restless sea. Never still you seem to be. Sometimes angry, sometimes sad. Sometimes you laugh as though you're glad. Splashing, dashing, restless sea. Never still you seem to be. Sometimes angry, sometimes sad. Sometimes you laugh as though you're glad. Little children love you well. Love all the wondrous tales you tell. Love to watch you come and go in the tides that heaven flow. Though so strong and great you are. Love, love, love.
As I said, we're just gonna have some fun with the ladies.
I'm so glad, baby. So glad that I feel so bad. I'm glad I didn't turn you down. I've watched you all these years, holding your head up high. Wanting to be someone. When all the fellows around, they didn't pay you no mind. How could they not look twice? They must have been blind. But I could tell from the start. So glad, baby. So glad that I feel you someday.
Captain, stay away 6 feet. Stay away 6 feet.
All these years, holding your head up high, just wanting to be someone. When all the fellows around, they didn't pay you no mind. How could they not look twice? They must have been blind. But I could tell from the start, you had love in your heart, and you wanted so much to let it go.
Deborah, good evening.
Needed the chance to show a little romance. Now the table has turned, they're running you down. Baby, show it all. Show them what you got
I'm gonna go way back. I'm gonna draw a song that I don't even think the captain remember from way back. Cause I don't know people are bad mind, you know. People are bad mind from long time. From long time. Bad mind no new now. On the 2020 bad mind start. When play a song here, I'll see if captain remember that song here. Reaching out to all the bad mind people them.
With the brother. Only God, the my father soul. Only God just survive time so.
Sure you want to clash, captain? You sure you want to clash, captain?
Only God.
Kanisha. Good evening, Kanisha. We're just here playing around in the studio. Captain Kirk just felt like coming by, so we just want to play some songs. Then we're gonna hold our reasoning. It's not any really personality would want to clash with me. I'm keeping it real, not anyone. Cause I am loaded. I am so loaded. I am so loaded. Trust me, I am so loaded. I mean, no, say captain, not really mean no him say, but I'm just saying in general, I'm loaded. But I would be crazy if we clash with the captain. You're mad? Me? When the plane take off? Oh Lord. We got just survive time, so I want the way to fight time, so hey, only got one to fight against I. But I'm wondering why I fight time, so if what's not true. I said I was gonna stay with my ladies, right?
Every man's got their eyes on you.
I stay with my ladies, right?
Trying to get a chance at your love.
Count first lady inside the studios.
I heard them say that you're the talking town. That's why I gotta tell you now.
Look in her eye and tell her this.
You're the center of attraction.
Top that song again.
Every man's got their eyes on you. Trying to get a chance at your love. I heard them say that you're the talking town. That's why I gotta tell you now. You are the center of attraction. Knocks me off my feet. Center of attraction. And I just gotta be discreet. Open your eyes, tell me what you see. It's something burning in my soul. Open your eyes, tell me what you see. It's love moving up and down. You are the center of attraction. Knocks me off my feet. Center of attraction. And I just gotta be discreet. Who could it be? I am losing my control. Every time you pass my way, I'm going crazy every day. The center of attraction. Oh, knocks me off my feet. Center of attraction. And I just gotta be discreet. Cause every man's got their eyes on you. Hey.
We have so many things in common, yet we are two different people. We just loving around each other, yet we give each other space to grow. Step by step we are getting stronger. Breath by breath we are learning about each other. Hey, oh yeah, yeah. This is for my baby face. You got a cute baby face. This is for my baby face. Yeah, 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 yeah. Now listen now. We have so many things in common, yet we are two different people. We just loving around each other, yet we give each other space to grow. Step by step we are getting stronger. Breath by breath we are learning about each other. I don't know where this will go, but I'm so glad we are taking it slow. This is for my baby face. You got a cute baby face. This is for my baby face. A certain mystique is there when we are together. The air is so charged and everything seems so fine. Wherever this leads, I'm willing to follow. Just lead me gently by my hand. Step by step we are getting stronger. Breath by breath we are learning about each other. One more time, I don't know where this will go, but I'm so glad we are taking it slow. Baby face, you got a cute baby face. Baby face. We're getting stronger and stronger every day.
So the captain has landed in the building.
Oh man, hey, do you know what the song, the dance name for this song, family?
What's the name of the dance?
It's called the Body Basics.
The Body Basics.
Yeah.
So you know how to do it?
Nah, I don't know how to do it, but I love to watch a female dance this song, man.
So you don't know if you do the body basics?
Nah. I've seen them do it, but I just never done it.
But it sounds very basic.
How?
Well, if it's body
Have
basics.
you ever heard of the body basics?
I heard something like that, but I,
Well, it's the Mission Impossible rhythm.
yeah, I know that, but
Yeah. The body basics, man. It's there's a style to it.
oh, okay.
There is a style to it. Yeah.
So what brings you about, my brother?
Oh man,
Say I'm going against all my rules right now.
Well, first and foremost, it is an honor. It is an honor because I know you've isolated yourself for the past 4 or 5 months. Isolation as far as even doing your radio show from home, man.
Yeah.
So because I hear you all the time, and I say I'm not, and you always talk about my brother from another mother, and I've just never. I say, let me roll up on you to see how much of a brother I am from another mother.
I'm gonna let you in. You're lucky.
Lo and behold.
Lucky.
But I gotta make sure I roll up my windows coming in this neighborhood, man.
Why?
Because wow, I mean, it's like I thought I was rolling up in Washington, the Pennsylvania Avenue,
No, don't even mention that the part of the world. Don't even mention that part of the world, bro.
Man, I'm telling you, boy, talk about top notch. I mean, one of these days, man. One of these days.
Whatever.
One of these days, brother.
Whatever, bro. Whatever.
Set your mind on the dream, man. Yeah, man. But it's good to be here. It's good to be here to roll upon my brother on this Saturday afternoon. After listening to you today, and I decided, you know what, let me just come hang out with you, man, and see how you do your thing. And maybe one of these days I'll be, maybe I can do what you do.
Maybe you can do what I do. Easy. You got Palm Beach and the global thing locked right now. You're talking about me.
Man.
Small fry always say small fish in a big pond. That's me.
So you got your mask on and still you got your mask on, man, and but listen, I'm not saying that you shouldn't wear your mask. I'm not saying that people should not wear your mask. Let me throw the disclaimer out there because the views that expressed here on this here is solely on Captain Kirk, not on the RBE management or team. But I firmly believe that having this mask on your face constantly can also do some damage internally. I firmly believe that as well. So you have to periodically, know when to put it on and take it off. Give yourself some room every now and then. Mm-hmm. For instance, I saw this lady jogging the other day with a mask on. I mean, it defeats the entire purpose. And next thing you have internal issues. So you have to be wise. Use wisdom and know when not to. But covering your face constantly is not also a good thing. That's my thought.
All right, I feel it's a good thing. Everybody have their own ways of looking at it.
But don't get me wrong. I like the fact that you got it on because, I'm protected now. I am protected now, man. But brother Inspirational Henry, I'm actually here in studios and we are live. We're live on television. We're live on global platform. And I'm here hanging out with brother Inspirational Henry. If this is a dream, man, knock me out, bro. Wake me up. If this is a dream, is this a dream or is this reality?
This is real.
Don't wake me, man. If this is a dream.
This is real.
Is this real? This is real.
This is real, bro.
OMG, this is real. So, it's crazy times. Things are changing, and our mindset gonna have to reconstruct moving forward. We're not gonna go back to the same way of thinking, same way of living. So changes within us gonna have to be made, man, moving forward. In a whole lot of ways. Would you agree? That?
Yeah, I guess the norm as they had it. People talking about going back to things, back to normal. I don't think going back to normal is where our mindset should be. What is normal?
Yeah, good question. What is normal? What is going back to normal is?
Yeah, what
You know.
what is normal? Normal, I think, was a lot of the problems that brought us to where we're at right now. You know, what is normal?
What are the changes that we're planning on changing moving forward? You know, I mean, are we now coming together as we see what's happening in front of our very eyes? Have we now realize that we need now to be uniting together? We need now to understand that we need to love our brothers and sisters and encourage and build. Are we now realizing that, hey, you know, it's a new world order. Everything is changing, and see things unfolding in front of our very eyes. Now, as we move forward, which we will in a very short time, you know, we don't want this train to leave us behind. That we want to move with the time and understand that for the younger ones who are born, who are coming in this world today, as we can remember 50 years ago, back when things are happening 50 years ago, that wow, that really happened back then with Martin Luther King and Marcus Garvey and way back there. So these kids born today, that when they grow up, they're gonna like, wow, did those things really happen back then? You know, what legacy are we leaving? What information we're telling these kids that's coming in this world today that, hey, man, you know, in case this happened 30 years, 40 years down the road, wow, this happened back then. This really happened back then.
Because we used to hear all these stories. We used to hear all these marches that was happening, and we're like, really? We had all these things that was happening way back in the day when we as black people, we couldn't use certain bathroom, we couldn't go in certain restaurants. We had to sit in the back of the bus, and we think to ourselves, wow, those things really happen. But that's what history tells us, and it's like as we say, the more things change, the more they remain the same. You know,
unless we really advocate for change. You know, and how do we advocate for change? That we educate each other, and you know, and uplift, and realize that, hey, you know, it is time. It is time.
Yeah, we're tired,
and we have to show people that we're you know, that we're changing, and changing for the better, changing for positive things. You know.
Yeah, we're tired.
But it is time. It is time.
Yeah, we're tired.
And you know, and sometimes some unfortunate things have to happen for us to see, realize that wow, this is nothing new. But because the powers of the Most High said, you know, it is time to reveal like they said to the baby in suckling, man. And this is what's unfolding now, right in front of our very eyes. You know, love it or hate it, but you know, this is what's happening. You know.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times it have you speechless, you know, because you're thinking, and nothing can come out, because you're like, really?
Yeah, but again, you know, if you think about it, you know, having a platform like this, and I'm quite sure there's platforms around the world like this. Why are we still silent? Why are we still silent? You know, why aren't we basically, you know, speaking what's on our mind and speaking the truth? You know, why are we silent? We need to shed some light on. If you have the platform, why not?
Yeah, voices got to be heard. And it's more than voices, because the way people are reacting right now, it's more than voices, because the voices been speaking, the eyes have been shedding tears, you know, the hearts have been broken by families losing family members and burying family members, and it still hasn't made an impact to what needs to be done as far as making the change for us for the better. So now they're turning over cars and burning buildings for people to see that yes, it's serious.
And I still think we don't have to go that route. You know, I still think we don't have to go that route to get our message across. But I think just the unity, and if you notice again, it's not just a one-sided thing. You know, yeah, we're talking about people from different nationalities. Just understand that, hey man, you know, in spite of, you still have people. You still have people out there who agree with this situation and would say that don't see anything wrong with what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you still have people out there who will probably want to go out there and do the same thing tomorrow. So, in that regard, we for the unfortunate situation, some positivity might come out of this.
Hopefully.
I think it will. I think this is a turning point. Yeah,
we're hoping and praying with the leadership that we have right now. We're hoping and praying.
Well, speaking of leadership, very interesting year so far. I'll just start this new decade, new millennium, so to speak. It's a very interesting year so far. Election just around the corner, and you know, and what's been said, as if it's already a done deal that this particular government will continue on.
This is why I forgot to really emphasize today on the experience that this is why it's so very important for us to vote. We can't just sit back and say our vote don't count. This I wanna go win anyway, it don't matter. It does matter, because when you don't vote, you're basically voting for the other person.
Indeed. And challenge your challenge these leaders, man. Ask them, hey, Yeah, you want my vote. What are you going to do for me? What are you going to do for us?
Well, you know what?
Challenge them, man.
In that sense.
In numbers.
Yeah, but in that sense, asking the questions don't even matter because
No,
politician is a politician. They're gonna tell you the lies.
Yeah, but if you come out, you come out in numbers like they are now, in different cities, different states, in a positive way. You can't lie to the multitude, man.
Huh?
You know,
Really?
you can't lie to the multitude, man.
Who can't lie to the multitude? You can't lie to the multitude. I can't lie to the multitude. But these politicians, to get your vote, they will do what they have to
Well,
do.
if that's the case, then we're to be blamed. Because if you put them in a spot like that, and they're gonna look at you like you time of the time.
Yes, we're live, Tina. We're totally live, Tina. Well,
Let me change gears a little bit, man. Let me get into your business.
my business?
Yeah.
Sound like this soon shut off. my fingertips is at the on and off buttons, bro.
Let me get into your career for a minute. Let me get into your career for a minute. Let's go back to New York. Living in New York, how many years?
No. Been in New York since 74, 75-ish.
Do you miss New York? Would you go back to live in New York?
I won't say no, but at this time, presently no. We don't know what the future holds.
I heard you
but
mention on your radio show. It might have been about a month ago, that your mother and your father were ministers.
Yes, sir.
Is that where that you channel your life through the fact that your parents were ministers, or the fact that you get that vibe for positivity?
Well,
is it coming from your parents?
yeah, I would definitely say that. I would definitely say that there was a strong influence of how we were made, psychologically, and spiritually. They definitely had a big part in framing and setting us up for who I am and who we are as a family is today. So they definitely were a big influence. Definitely.
So where did the entertainment come in? And how did that come in? Who got you into it?
Well, we've been in the entertainment thing for a very long time, just being around a lot of the top entertainers in Long Island. You name it, we've worked with them. The Super Cat, Junior Cat, Nicodemus, Trevor Sparks. Most of my old school people. Sluggy Ranks, Brigadier Jerry, Johnny Ringo, Sister Carol, Ski and Success. The list goes on. Leroy Gibbons.
Wow.
And all these names that I'm mentioning are people that are close to us. It's not people we just know from a distance. George Nooks, Sleepy Wonder, Red Fox, Raven, Shaggy.
And the list goes on.
The list goes on and on and on and on and on. And we used to do a lot of house parties. And majority of the house parties, there's always one or two or three of them there in the basement party in our home.
Back in the 80s, and for those folks who lived in New York back in the 80s, if you survived New York back in the 80s, man, I don't know much about Brooklyn or Queens, but I know in the Bronx, parties used to be just about everywhere in the Bronx, and it was deadly.
Yeah,
it was
tough.
deadly. At that time, they had the notorious gangs, the Show Up Posse, and the Untouchables, and these guys were, I mean, they were known, man.
There was a couple of them in our area, basically. Not gonna say the names, but there was a couple in our area, like a block away from where I live.
Those days they had who ruled dancehall back in the day? That was the Shabba Ranks,
Shabba
Ninja,
Ninja.
Shabba Ninja, or Shinehead.
Yeah, even Shinehead was in our clique at them time little.
Remember Slick Rick?
The
Slick Rick
rapper.
was part of the Lottie Dottie.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
Love to party.
The One
We love
Eye.
cause. Yeah, Slick Rick was part of the crew. But Shabba and Ninja, they Frankie Paul. Frankie Paul. How could we forget Frankie Paul? Ruled the 80s back in New York. And sound systems were things like Road International. Road International and who else?
Back in them times, it was more like the downbeats.
They all beat the rule. Tony's crew.
Yeah. Who else? Downbeat. There's a local sound in our area. Yeah, a local sound in our area.
Hey,
as well.
what was your share with us an intriguing moment for you in New York? Something that you will never forget. Whether it's entertainment, whether it's something that, wow, something that's intriguing that you'll never ever forget.
Well, the fact that I wouldn't say but the team, we brought a lot to Long Island. That's where when I migrated from Jamaica, I landed in Long Island, and I have a big family. So, and we started in the sound business, and it led us into doing practically almost everything in entertainment, because we owned our independent record label at one point. We have the sound system. We have an entertainment company at one point. But the later part of leaving New York, I was doing a lot of promotions, and that part of my career in the business I really enjoyed. Other than in the beginning part of clashing as a little youth, that's when they had a box for me. That's when they literally had a box for me, because back in the day the amp rack was very high, and it was only one turntable. So I'm coming from way back then when there was only one turntable.
Wow.
And they had a little box, so they call it a clasher for the sound effect. When you just shake it and it go, and you put echo on it. It's some way back
So
then.
it's not literally a box that you stand on.
Yes, yeah. So they had to make a box.
So you can stand
for
and
me
take,
to
so
stand on
you
it.
can reach the
'Cause-
controls.
Yeah, so I could reach the turntable, because I was that small. I was a kid. I was like probably 12, 13-ish.
I like the fact that you said you're a kid. I remember you and I were talking one day, and you use a term that when I was growing up, and I'm like,
All right, do we need to go there?
yes. So I'm looking at the box. So you have a new box now, yeah, and it's a little bit firmer than we had back then, and it works.
Yeah, so they
Yeah.
had to literally make a box for me to stand on so I could reach the turntable, because I was, anywhere between 12 and 14, and clashing sounds and killing sounds as a little youth. I remember winning a clash.
What was your name then?
Devious. Actually, it started off as Mixer DV, because I used to mix like all the artists who come to Long Island.
Wow.
Every artist I'm talking from, all Nitty Gritty, Tennessee, you name it. I would mix them, so they call me Mixer DV. And then later on, hanging around with Nicodemus and all of them. Nicodemus, we were hanging out and him just, everything what Demos say, especially when he's with Cat, it has to rhyme. So it was standing around just talking, and I said, spontaneous, devious, something, and then he just said, you're devious. And therefore, from that point, that stuck on me. So now my name is Devious.
One of my favorite artists. I've never met him, but I still love his tune. Nicodemus.
Yeah, Susie Wong. She a Japanese, I'm a black man.
That was a mother-in-law.
Yeah. You know?
He have a style. I love how he DJs. I always play his song all the time. I love his tune. So you were a little Clash kid back then.
Back in the day, that's what made us. You know, Clash had some big sounds.
But name some of them big songs back then, man. Because I think, like I said,
okay,
Don't Beat the Ruler was one of I remember.
Right, I played Don't Beat 3 times.
The Tipper tune.
I clashed Don't Beat 3 times.
Tony Screw?
I'm beat Tony Screw 3 times.
Wow, really?
In Long Island.
Really?
Yeah, in my hometown. And the thing is, you can't ever say you get hometown advantage because a lot of my people, the people who you think are with you, them are the one we are cussing the day before and say, yo, Don't Beat a go murder you, you take your angle them sound there. I'm just say, all right, we'll talk after the clash. Because the thing is, with a clash, you can't hype up yourself and say, yo, me I gotta do this, me I gotta do that. Because music is music. When it's your night, it's your night. Sometimes things don't work out the way you want it to. You know, I clash with a freak, deal with them wickedly. That's only on Virgo Digital. Tommy's, sound from Canada near Raw Deal. All of a big sound.
Yeah, but we're clashing with dub plates back in those days, or just
man.
unique music selection. Because listen, I have seen clashes where one DJ played some wicked dub plates, and his component just used some creative music.
Yeah, so
and destroy the one with a bunch of dub plates.
Yeah, so that's for the most part. That's what I would do. My creativity, because you see back in the day, the sound them with the whole of a dub plate, and the man that we are sell the thing them, and we weren't doing that. So we had to be creative, and our money what we're spending is our hard-earned money, or money where we get from doing the clash. With them pay we have to just turn that money right away and send it to the studio. You understand? So we had to be very creative on how we spend our money. So we had to get some very serious dubs, you know. So just be creative and play some song where you think it's a dub but not a dub. Yeah, and hype it up, and you know. So I have some Nicodemus dubs here, but you know, say what can I do? Full of certain words and things. We can't play because I would just play it right now.
Yeah.
You know, so just so you can hear them.
Man, that's so. As we move forward from the Clash days, the music have changed. How many times over the years? Remember back then, music used to come out with lyrical content like, you know, shoot man in the head and advocate against people and murder people, and that was the in thing, man. Can you imagine that was the in thing? You know, a guy go on stage and you know, if him not say shoot in the head and the woman thing and them garbage, you know, they wouldn't get it forward.
Yep.
And that has changed. You know, and know that you know, structured lyrics. So the music has come far away, very far away. Would you agree?
Yeah, it's come a long way, but you still have people that would make music like that. But for the most part, it's been changing. I find there's some good music out now, because people realize I don't really want to hear certain songs nowadays, you know. So. Good
music being produced, and I think the presenters are not presenting these songs. the radio people not playing these songs. Because I think, and again, I always differentiate between DJs and radio people, radio personalities. There's a big difference. Because if you some of these DJs on the radio playing, they're playing for a hype. They're looking for a hype. And it's not about hype when they're delivering music and messages and being entertained in that regard. Because there are, like I said, there are good songs been recorded. But because it doesn't bring that hype, some of these presenters don't play these songs. And that's why some of these songs staff. And this is why people like gentlemen in Germany can go on stage and sing a reggae song and attract 70,000 to 80,000 people.
Yeah, and he's been around for a while.
Yeah.
He's been around for a while.
Been to Jamaica as well and created an impact in Jamaica as well.
And then we complain and say they're stealing our culture. But if we're not doing the music that people want to hear, then who do you blame?
But if you think about it, I don't know if you agree or disagree. Look at everybody who come into our culture, all the Caucasian, that they revolve their entire life around our culture, and have taken it to a level and I remember when Sean Paul got his international break on mainstream television and radio. They would play a Sean Paul song, but the song that he and Sasha recorded. Remember that tune that I'm in love?
Yeah, man.
They would exclude that song.
Yeah, Cheap-Piece.
Yeah.
Cheap-Piece, yeah.
They would exclude that song and they would play Sean Paul, I think, Give Me the Light. Just give me the light and they would promote certain songs with Sean Paul, but they would not promote the one with Sasha to give her that exposure. You know what I mean? And this is why, and again, and I know radio basically it should entertain, but when I go to some of these places like Jamaica, and when I hear Jamaica promote playing 2-3 hours of R&B songs in Jamaica, I have a problem with that. I have a problem with that. I don't know about you, but we got 35 radio stations in Jamaica, and when I hear a station playing 2-3 hours of R&B, I have a problem because I don't hear, unless you have a Caribbean station here in the United States, I don't hear 2-3 hours of mainstream reggae artists being played on these mainstream across the country.
Well, you got to remember that the Jamaican people live there. So, for the most part, that's what they're going to hear. They're going to constantly hear reggae music 24/7. So you as a foreigner go to Jamaica, right, and hear them playing the American disco or whatever, it's just a break of monotony.
No, I disagree. I disagree because was it Barbados and I think Cayman, one of those. At one point, when reggae music were playing too much more than their music, the government said, "Hey, hold on. Let's ban this music for at least 2 or 3 months because we want to expose our music. We want to export because this music is taking out. It's stifling our music. We need to get our music up to speed." So, I said to say this is that for a reggae artist who book studio time, go to the studio and spend money to record your song and pay for studio time, get it packaged, promote, and now take it to the radio station or to email the song out to the presenters for not getting the support. It's a rough thing. And then you hear 2-3 hours of other people think I play from all over the world and your thing there, I get a little one player. This is where I, as a radio personality, see the difference. And I do my part as much as, and like I said, music is music, and yes, you should have a diversity, but I will give more leverage to the Caribbean music because they need that exposure. Once it's positive, once in the gold lyrics and anything with disrespect women and kill their brothers and sisters. You know what I mean? But
you're good with it.
yeah, man. Yeah, man. That's what my thing. Man. You know what I mean?
Well, you've heard it first right here. Real Blessings TV with the captain. The captain has flown. The captain has landed. What else you got for us, Captain? Before we
lock it off?
Yeah, before we lock it off. What you got for us?
No, I was
Tip
going...
1, 2, 3, good night. Good night. Jackie Porter, Tiny Wallace, Kenesha, Deborah Pusey. Camp First Lady in studios.
Deborah, is that Deborah? Oh, big up the status, Deborah. I love that woman. Deborah, big ups and more big ups to you, girl. In the way it started, big ups to you.
Or sit down or lay down. Alright, so what else
you know what I know? I said, anyway you stood up, I used to lay down. You know something I don't know?
So she could be laying down, she could be sitting down, she could be standing, she could be running.
Yeah, but I said anyway you stood up. But you can say why you can just sit down. Why have to say lay down?
So what if she lay down? So what if she lay down? And you say stand up. Then it won't. Then she go and say, well, I'm not standing up.
Well, I would choose the more appropriate one first. When you stand up.
All right.
But you will say lay down, so I don't know. I don't know where your mind is at. So.
You're going too far. Robert Sterling, what's good, bro? We're in studio. We're in studio with Captain Kirk. Robert.
Hey, listen, man. Before we wrap it up, it's been
big up your wife, Patrice, my brother. Bless up. Yeah, we're in studios with Captain Kirk, and just feel like come through the studio and we just want a little reasoning, you know. So later on, for all that you missed, you can go back and listen to the reasoning that we reason. But then Captain still have something.
No. I just want to say thank you, my brother. Before we close this, I just want to thank you for the opportunity. It's brother, like you mentioned all the time. My brother from another mother. You indeed displayed the brotherhood, my family, and we just want to remind everybody since I want to take this opportunity since a big thing with the panel, brother, inspirational Henry thing, so. I will capitalize and steal all the spotlight and everything we can because I now get them opportunity again. Because them opportunity come one time, and when it comes one time, you have to utilize those opportunities. So you can catch me on Super Giants Radio 103.7 FM. And if you have one of those fancy cars like my producer, you can log on to High Definition 2 and it takes us a little further down into Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and Better Glaze and Port St. Lucie. And the Captain Kirk Show comes your way Monday and Tuesdays from 11 until 3 on 103.7 FM Super Giants Radio. And Wednesday, Thursday, and Fridays we do it from noon until 3 o'clock. And I'm telling you, it is indeed the hottest 4-hour show on radio, Monday and Tuesday, the hottest 3-hour show on radio, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Also, we simulcast in New York if you're in New York City and the metropolitan area in Westchester County. We do it on Collad Roots FM and 99.3, and also in Brooklyn and Queens on Vibes Radio. So we're working on some more syndication. We'll pass it on to you as time progresses. But I really want to thank my producer for, if you get on my Facebook page, it's Kirk Captain, and it's updated every day with positive messages and things of that nature. So, and I couldn't have done it without my producer. And I just want to say special thanks to her for taking the time out and and take it to a professional way, because the day she decides, boy, she tired, and the day me quit, hang on my headphones, man. You know. So, brother, my man,
So
thank you,
Captain,
family. Yes, sir.
Say good evening to Robert Sterling. He says, I'm a big fan of Captain Kirk, too.
Oh, my man, Robert Sterling, big up a status, sir. Thank you ever so much. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you for real. It is those encouragement that keeps us going and let us do the right thing and motivate us, the wind beneath our wings. So we really appreciate your family. So big up a status, man.
Yeah, so this will bring it to a close, the impromptu of the Captain in studios. And with this producer, I couldn't say no, but I have to have my mask on. Boy, this thing, boy. But we'll get over it. We'll get through this. We'll get through it.
I remember that. Big up, sir.
But blessings to each and everyone. Have a blessed night. Thanks for tuning in. All who miss, now go back and watch and share with your friends and families. Have a blessed night.
A foolish dog barketh to fly.